welcome to my channel. Welcome to Missy's Kitchen PEI. Today in the kitchen, I am so excited. We're going to be making another fudge recipe, and it is fantasy fudge. One of the best chocolate fudges that you can find out there. It is amazing, and I can't wait to show you how to make that. So let's get going. So what you're going to need to make your fantasy fudge is a pan 9 by 13 sprayed with cooking oil, and then I've laid down some parchment paper because you do not want to put all that effort into your fudge and have it stick to the bottom. And then I have sugar, butter, some marshmallow fluff, some semi-sweet chocolate chips, some walnuts, and some evaporated milk. So let's go over to the stove and we'll get started. Okay, so I have a saucepan here, and we're going to go ahead and put our butter in there. And I will leave the recipe in the description box down below. Don't you worry. And we're going to put our sugar in. And our evaporated milk. Now I have my burner on about 7. And we're just going to melt that butter. And you want to make sure you stir this consistently. It's not like the brown sugar fudge that I made where you walk away from it. But you want to just melt that butter down, get everything incorporated. And just keep your eye on it. Like I said, my burner is on 7. This really is the best chocolate fudge recipe out there. I have tried the 2-ingredient one, the 3-ingredient one. They just don't have the depth that the fantasy fudge has. And the reason that we're going to keep stirring this is because we don't want our milk to burn. Now you can use a candy thermometer for this. I'll put the temperature that you'll need to have it at down in the description box. But I like the 5-minute method. So once this comes to a boil, I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes and let it boil for 5 minutes while I stir it. Okay, so this is starting to boil now. So I've set my timer for 5 minutes. And we're just going to keep stirring it. Make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom. I got my spatula out too, just to make sure it's all off of the sides. You do not want to burn this, so make sure you're stirring, stirring. We're at 2 minutes 48 seconds left. We want to make sure all the sugar granules are melted into this lovely mixture. Just going to turn my burner down a smidge. I've got it on 6 right now. One minute 20 left. Be very careful. This is extremely hot. That's why you want to turn it down just a smidge, because it will splatter. "45 seconds left. "10 seconds. And there we go. And I'm just going to remove this from the heat, and I'll meet you back at the workstation. Turn that off. Turn that off. Okay. So what I'm going to do is pour my mixture into a bowl. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour all of my chocolate chips in. And you will need a touch of vanilla for this. And then I'm going to mix that. Your chocolate chips melt. And then I'm going to add my fluff. And this is a whole jar. Get all of that goodness out of there. And that's good. And then you're just going to mix this together. Hold it in. And like I said, this mixture is hot. Make sure it's well incorporated. If you haven't checked out my brown sugar fudge, please do. It's a lovely fudge and will be popular with your family for sure. Okay, and then I'm just going to add my walnuts. You can use pecans if you want to, but this is just what I had on hand. Make sure all of that is mixed up well. It smells so good. So good. Okay, we're just going to pour it into our pan. Like I said, be careful. This is hot. Very, very hot. It should come out nice and clean. And then I have an offset spatula, and I'm just going to give it a little spray. And then spread this fudge out. As even as you can get it. You get it into the corners. And there we go. So I'm going to put this in the fridge for probably about an hour. We want to make sure that it is solid and really, really cooled off. And then we'll come back and we'll cut it up and we'll have a taste. See you back then. Okay, so our fudge is done. So we're just going to lift it out nice and easy. Very easy when you use parchment paper. And then we're just going to cut it into squares. I like to do about an inch square. I cannot wait to taste this. Cut so nice. Really is the perfect fudge. And then we're just going to put some on our plate. I'm going to continue to do this and I will be back for the taste test. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Yes. So here is our fantasy fudge all done and plated up, and I can't wait to taste this. My kids are going to be very happy when they get home from work tonight to see that I have made this. This is such a nice addition to your Christmas tray alongside my brown sugar fudge. Please check that video out. I'm sure you'll love it. And it's also very easy to make. So let's go ahead and give this a try. It really is. Just melt in your mouth. It's so much different than the microwave versions of fudge with 2 ingredients. It really does have depth and has nuts in it, which is a nice addition. Mmm. So, so good. Like so, so good. I hope you try this recipe at home, and I hope your family loves it as much as my family does. And until next time, bye for now.